Hi, I'm Ashley Hurley with LMU Tri-State TV News, and I'm here with Mac McCollum, a up-and-coming Lincoln Memorial University graduate, and we're talking about an event that is going to be taking place that he has organized. So tell me a little bit about what you're going to be doing.
The event's called a Ruck to Remember. What I will be doing, I will be walking from Knoxville's East Tennessee's Veteran Memorial all the way to Arlington National Cemetery in D.C. I'm starting my walk on Monday, May 7th, and I'm trying to arrive on Memorial Day in Arlington National Cemetery.
Okay. So what is your projected time frame each day? Have you planned where you're going to try to end up each day?
I don't know. People aren't really used to it now because everybody relies on GPS, but I actually had to pull out a map and do my military training and start looking at a ruler and comparing. Like, I'm trying to stop anywhere between 25 and 30 miles a day. And I would prefer, if I have to walk a little bit farther that night, to make it to the city so I can stay somewhere, maybe brush my teeth, shave, or something like that, and get some food. So I do have everything mapped out, and I've got the cities and dates that I'll be arriving in, along with the miles I'll be trying to walk each day. So people can check that out, and if they like to walk with me, they can. But yeah, I do have all the cities and dates planned out, and it took a lot of time. It took a lot of time.
So tell me what has led up to this? What has...
Well, as far as what pushed me to support the Wounded Warrior Project is I served overseas, and on my second deployment, one of my best friends was severely wounded and lost both of his legs due to an IED. And I came back, and I've always, I saw what the Wounded Warrior Project did for them, and I'd always come back and wish I could help out, And then now that I'm out, and my old unit is still deploying, and those Marines are still, becoming severely wounded. And like Lance Corporal Cody Evans was from my old unit. And I was like, I'm graduating college. I was going to go backpack across Europe. Well, why not put it to use? Why not backpack across the United States and make an event out of it, and then I can help out and give to a charity that I really do feel strongly about. Right.
So do you have other followers going with you? Like, explain that a little bit.
On the first couple of days, this is why it works out well for me. I'm graduating, I'm unemployed. Well, you can say I'm looking for work.
There you go. There you go.
And so it worked out for me. I've got a month to spare. Right. A lot of my former Marines I've served with and people that are still in, they can't get away for the whole month because of work, family, and other commitments. But I do have people that are going to they've got a week's worth of vacation. They're going to walk a week with me. I've got a couple of motorcycle clubs that are, some of these old Vietnam vets are coming out there and walk with me. My father's walking a couple of days with me. I've got a group of policemen from Charlottesville, Virginia that are going to try to walk with me as well. So yeah, it is hit or miss. I'm sure once I get to close cities, church groups will come out and help. Right. But I got a phone call the other day from a 16-year-old kid that wants to be in the Marines. His parents said he can walk the first 3 days with me. So it should be fun.
Well, that's good. How long have you been in the Marines?
I did a total of 8 years between active and reserves.
So what made you decide to be a Marine?
Well, one, joining college just wasn't working out for me at the time, so I figured, I'm not going to go home and sit on the couch.
There you go.
So I'd go join the Marines. But why I chose the Marines, because the recruiter went in there. I talked to the recruiter, talked to the Army, and they were like, well, I'll sign you up. But the Marine recruiter said, well, I don't know if you'll have what it takes to become a Marine. And I was like, I've got what it takes to become a Marine. I said, sign me up.
There you go.
So basically, to prove to a recruiter that I could do it, I did it. And it was one of the greatest decisions I've ever made.
So where were you deployed to?
I did 2 deployments to Iraq, 04, 05, and 06 and 07. And between those, I was sent over to help out with Hurricane Katrina and Hurricane Rita. And after that, I got sent to a couple South American countries to do some bilateral training with the foreign services. All in all, I really did get to see a lot of the world, a lot of South America, and then the Middle East. One was more preferable than the other, but
so here at Lincoln Memorial University, what have you studied here?
I've studied history and criminal justice. I'm actually graduating with my major in history, and I plan on trying to apply that with my military background in some type of federal law enforcement, i.e. working for the State Department, Secret Service, or FBI.
Right.
It's just a long process, and I'm just waiting to see what happens with all that.
There you go. So when you get back, you'll be applications, and
yeah.
This will be something good to put on the resume, though.
I hope it works out.
So have you contacted anybody in D.C.? Are they expecting?
Well, I talked to the director of Arlington National Cemetery, and he freaked out the day I told him. I started planning on this back in January.
Right.
And it was something I've been thinking about since October. And he calls me. He goes, I don't know if I can let you do this. How many people are coming? You know, we're having I can't tell you who's speaking. You know, it said it could be anybody from the president to the Department of State or Secretary of Defense. He goes, we just can't let 40 guys with backpacks come walking in until the busiest day of the year. And I told him, I was like, look, man, it'll probably just be me.
Right.
But I can't, make any commitments if anybody else shows up with me.
Yeah.
He was like, how do I can't get you a certain spot. So that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, this is more of a personal thing for me, just to pay my respects to all those that we left behind and help out the Wounded Warrior Project. But yeah, they were worried that this is something they had not heard about, and they said these events should be planned out a year and a half in advance because it is their busiest time of the year. They shut their gates at 11. And so for me to get there, I have to show up the night before to be able to walk in at 9 a.m.
Wow.
So
because they'll close it at 11.
Because they'll just be max capacity.
Yeah. So have you ever been to Arlington Cemetery?
I have been to Arlington National Cemetery. I haven't been in a long time since I was in 7th grade. And I do remember, well, just like you go to any veterans memorial or any type of where these gravestones, it's all, I mean, it really just, it shakes you to the core to realize that all these people have died for the service of our country.
Absolutely.
And that's just one veteran cemetery, that there are many across the nation. And yeah, for me, there's a Section 60 is the specific section I'm going to, which is where all the Operation Iraqi Freedom and Operation Enduring Freedom veterans are buried. So with the closings of the wars in both Iraq and Afghanistan, it almost just seems like a good time to go, a good occasion to finish it all.
So if somebody wants to get involved with what you're doing, how would they be able to contact you? What would you need? Are you needing anything from the community?
Right now, really just money to go towards the charity, water and food if you see me walking down the highway. You can go to my website, which is www.ruck2remember.com, and that's T-O, not the number 2.
Yes.
And you can buy a T-shirt, and $2.50 of every purchase goes back to the Wounded Warrior Project.
Okay.
Really, I'm pretty set on money and logistics to pay for food and occasional hotels. But if somebody looks at the cities and dates that I have posted, and they'd like to get a couple people to sponsor me a hotel room for the night that I'm getting there, that would be great. That would be great. I love the hospitality of friends and letting me come in, but the hotel room would probably be the best bet because I'm not going to be smelling as well as other people, and I may just want to go to sleep.
Right. There you go. Absolutely. Is your trip going to bring you through Claiborne County, or are you going to be taking...
I'll be walking through Moorestown.
Okay.
And all the way up through Kingsport.
Okay.
If that route helps define it at all.
Yeah. I was just thinking of ways we could get our local law enforcement and people to, maybe.
My original intent was to walk down over the 33 bridge.
Yes.
But it saves me a day to actually go through Moorestown. And that's all about trying to get there. I do have a mission, and I do have a time to make it there, and so I had to be real conscientious of the route I chose.
Well, I appreciate you talking with us, and we look forward to following you through the event, and we will absolutely try to get some way of contacting you that day when you get there to let everybody know. So this has been Mac McCollum, and I am Ashley Hurley with LMU Tri-State News.